Groaners, welcome along to episode 111, where we go hunting for groany content once more. Before we go on, I recently stayed at a beautiful bed and breakfast in Scarborough. The place is called Robin's Guest House, and both the rooms and food are lovely. However, if you notice the episode title, "This One's for Thomas" is the title. He is the owner of the guest house, and is a 100% legend who made my stay epic. Cheers, Thomas. And before further going on, he's also the hero of the week for fixing the bed when my fat backside broke it. Apologies again, Thomas. Thanks again from Mister E Groaner. More on Thomas and the guest house later. Also, gotta do another apology for the lateness, but my hub internet connection has been spotty, what with Storm Darragh kicking the behind of the UK this week. Hopefully, you all remain safe. Now then, on with the show, and kicking us off for the first episode of December is me and my groans. A good day wrecked. So you're having a good or brilliant day, and someone sees this and goes out of the way to deliberately take the wind out of your sails. Why be so vindictive? There is no need for this. Perhaps analyse why you are so bitter and against people having a nice time or a good day. Breaking things on purpose. Say you're waiting to use a laundry machine or a photocopier. The person in front of you then breaks the equipment, either by being forceful or just narrow-minded. This then puts it out of action for you and others. Why can't these type of people just be more careful? People who don't understand your viewpoint. It's no secret, I hate dairy, milk, eggs and such, which I feel is fine overall. What then bugs me is when people go, "How can you not like that?" It's a personal choice, and in some cases, I've had to lie in restaurants and say I'm lactose intolerant just to not get cheese on something. These very same people, when you say and retort something like, "I love tomato ketchup," they then go, "Blech, I cannot stand that." You aren't sure if they're just being awkward, or if they're the ilk where they are right and everyone else is wrong. Leave my personal preference alone. I'm not wrong just because I dislike something. You not go this insane over my pronouns. I mean, I don't have any. Call me by my name, in most cases, or where language allows for male terminology. That'll about do it. I'll blow that groany air into a balloon and watch the groan zone suck it away. Flipping the switch now, we'll game it up with Yes or BS. Are the groaners live? Ready? Yes, of course they are. We've had an audience champing at the bit for most of the day. Are you at home, groaner? Are you ready? You're clearly listening, so you must be. Here we go, on with Yes or BS. The Did We Space Out round. A. The moon has a round shape when observed from space. B. In space, if your spacesuit ruptured, you would die instantly. Or C. A solar day on Mercury lasts for equal to 176 Earth days. Go Groaners live, answers please. Those at home, you know what to do. We have bees flying in. Bees flying in. An A and a C. Any more goes for a move next round anymore? Nope. Next round. The animalistic round. A. Dolphins have names for each other. B. Giraffes need an hour or longer for sleep. Or C. Both male and female seahorses can give birth to offspring. Again, Groaners live, you know what the score is. You at home, Groaner, you know what to do. Give me your answers, please. Oh, A's across the board so far. Any more? A's. Very. People are going straight in hard for the answers they think are true and or false this week. A. Okay. Alright, I get you, Groaners playing live, I get you. Moving on. The You What in a Car round. A. If you drove straight up in the air at 60 miles an hour, you could reach the sun in less than a month. B. The person who invented cruise control was blind. Or C. Brake lights were invented in 1927. Groaners live, answers please. Those at home, you know what to do. Oop, we got an even split there. B's and C's across the board there. Think your Groaners live anymore? Nope, no more. Okay. I'll reveal the answers later, because now there is creepy on the horizon with Admin Nicole's Creepy Corner. Your story for this week, which is of course episode 111, is The True Hero. The ground surrounding Valencia and the darkness grew more and more black. The darkness slowly infected everything around it, but life and light would not be scared away. The primal of light stepped forward laughing. He always hated the darkness, a disgusting blight of filth, he always saw it as. This world was created to be bathed in eternal light. Filth like you should have stayed in your hole where you belong, the primal of light said. All of this was true. The primal of light had such disdain and hatred over the primal of darkness that when creating this world, he reduced the primal of darkness to a mere pile of what appeared to be ink, trapped in a hole where no one should have ever found it for all eternity. This is the fate the darkness was bestowed with. Yet the old man found him. Trapped in his own deep regret and hatred over things, he was able to connect to the darkness. That was how the darkness was able to lead the old man to where it was. All the lives the old man touched, all the souls he saved, yet the old man will never know the true impact of his actions. How every little thing he did by acting on his own principles led to this world slowly being restored. If he never lost all that he did and chose to help others, then he never would have made that connection with the darkness in the first place. If he didn't discover Valencia, then she would have kept rotting away, disowned by her parents and her town. If he didn't take in Viola, when she had nowhere to go, there's no saying what would have happened to her. Marianne would have never become what she is now, and then they would have no one to watch over the realms. If Valencia didn't make that sacrifice and die for her new family, then everyone would have been wiped out, not just the town. Dr. Quack and Lionel would have taken over and destroyed this world, or sided with light and life to protect a lie. If he didn't save Timmy when he did, then Time would have continued to be all alone with no one to pass the role on to. No family of his own. Time and Timmy would have both led miserable, painful lives alone. Maybe it should have been impossible to change things. Maybe this world was doomed to die from the very start. A rotting world, as light and life slowly realise this was all too much. To let themselves enjoy the state of a fantasy before it all dies as they slowly lose control. They may now have Dr. Quack and Lionel to help them keep the control of the perfect world. Yet everyone else had the old man. He may be gone, but because of him, the world began to turn on its own. It healed, it grew, it went against its new objective. Light isn't pure, and life isn't always good. The old man made that clear to this world with his every action. The darkness is no longer a puddle in a hole. Nature protected this world to its very end and named a successor who will be raised with the hatred that light would want for it. Now the darkness stands as one with Valencia, willing to do whatever it takes to put an end to this, to fix the world ready for the old man's rebirth. For all that he has done, they will make this world better for the time he is reborn. This time, they make sure he has the life he deserves, and they will fight whoever gets in their way. The darkness took steps toward the primals of life, as it dripped an inky black substance off its body with every step. The primals of life and light had no fear, as they stood firm in their convictions. This was their world now, and they weren't letting anyone take it back. Viola could be heard from behind asking the darkness to go easy, and not harm her sister. She had to make sure Valencia would be alright from this. She had never seen the darkness take over before. The darkness turned to her and smiled to its hollow eye sockets and its wide grin. It may look like Valencia, but it was not her. Yet in that smile, Viola saw them both, Valencia and the darkness. She knew they would both be alright, and told the darkness to do whatever was needed. She could hold back the vines for as long as she had to. The pain was nothing for the sake of what was going on. There was one thing the darkness knew above all else. A golden rule amongst primals. They must not, in any circumstances, harm one another. It would break the balance, and the primals would meet their end if they do. However, what Life and Light probably haven't realised is that they didn't make sure that rule applied to the world. So while the darkness was stalling for time, Valencia was in her mind doing other things. If the primals all wanted to meet, then it was only right they bring time into it. The plan, however, didn't go as planned, so to speak. Time showed up just as he was supposed to, only it wasn't Time. It was Timmy, older and more grown up than the last time they saw him, but that wasn't all. Even though the primals of Light and Life didn't know who Timmy was, they did recognise the ancient hourglass in his hand and the distinctly different colour of sand that was in it. The primals demanded that he hand over the hourglass, but Timmy just smiled. My father was the primal of Time. You lied and twisted his memories to make him believe he was a monster, to justify why he would forever be alone. I know everything now. I have seen everything, but I am not my father. I am something both old and new, the beginning and the end. My father may not have known what you did, but he knew something was wrong, so he set to work on creating a brand new primal. The old man gave me a real family, a new home, but also gave my father the final piece he needed. Thanks to him, I am something you can't destroy. I will never die no matter what you do, but you'll never be rid of me. I will follow you wherever you go. I'll make sure you are punished for what you have done. I am everywhere and nowhere. I am the archivist. I am the primal of time and space. Nicole, I don't know how you write these or how you keep track, but they are awesome stories. Keep it up. From the depths of creepy now, we bask in the glow of the universal question, which is of course, why oh why? So human life matters. Of course it does, that goes without question. Yet there are people out there who claim they have found glitches in the Matrix or that we live in a simulation. If this was the case, human life wouldn't matter. Yes, in the case of someone with a fractured mind or a serial killer, life does not or may not matter. And there would be chaos. There may be unexplainable things out there, but if this truly was a simulation, then I'm sure, with the way things are going in the world right now, the reset button on the console or PC running the simulation would have been pressed donkey's years ago. My question is this though. If the simulation thing was or is true, then that means prehistoric times were level 1, early humans to the end of the Romans were level 2, Western or Victorian times were level 3, and modern times are level 4. So what the hell would level 5 be? Simulation matrix theory of human life. I just have to ask. Why oh why? We've had my groans. Yours is coming up, groaners. Don't worry. And we've had the whys, but it's time for another game with the 5-point countdown. And sorry, groaners, it might be pretty hard this week. I know that isn't a clue. Everyone's ready? Here we go. Clue 5 for 5 points. I come in a wide range of colours, and I'm used to fun by kids, indoors and outdoors. One more clue, groaners. Think small, not big. Give me your answers, please. Groaner at home, have a think. Pause, answer, unpause. Someone's wrote B. Groaner, we're on it's the 5-point countdown now. I'm not asking about it's not yes or BS. It's where you have to put your guess in. So I think you've lost track. Someone's put chalk. Okay, good guess. Good guess. Any more? Any more? Someone's typing. Someone's put paint. Okay. Okay, any more? Nope, going to stop typing. Clue 4 for 4 points. There are many brands of me across the world. Go Groaners Live, guesses please. Those at home, pause, have a think, answer, unpause. I warned you it was a hard one this week, Groaners, so I'm sorry if you don't get it. If you do get it, you're really good. Chalk is a really good guess. That's a good one, but it isn't chalk. I'll tell you that for nothing now. No more guesses? Any more? Nope. Okay, clue 3 for 3 points. I am either thin or chunky. Clue 3 for 3 points. I am either thin or chunky. I've really got Groaners Live thinking, and I bet you at home, Groaner, I bet you're thinking hard as well. Give me guesses if you got them, Groaners. What you got? Nope. No one's typing. I've stumped the Groaners Live this week. Wow. Sorry. Clue 2 for 2 points. You can use me to colour in mostly. Clue 2 for 2 points. You can use me to colour in mostly. Answers please, groaners, or guesses please. Groaner at home, throw your answer out loud. You never know, you might get it. No, but still not typing. I've really stumped the audience this week. I'm really sorry, groaners. Last clue. I am not made of lead or graphite. Clue 1 for 1 point. I am not made of lead or graphite. I thought you would have got it on that clue, groaners. I really did stump you this week. A lot of you... Oh, someone's putting a guess in. I'll stop talking right there. Someone's holding a guess in. It would help if some of you groaners out there have kids. If you've got kids, your kids will definitely probably have some of these. And a grown home course, your guess, you might have got it right. Someone's put a guess of colouring pencils. You know, I knew you'd fall for that trap, groaner. It's not colouring pencils. I'm really sorry it isn't. Okay, groaners, you'll get the answer later on for the 5-point countdown. Answers for both games coming up soon. But as I said, you my dear groaners, sorry, not all of you, but one of you now gets a chance to groan. And this week's audience groan comes in from a Discord message that arrived from Jed from Ireland. I can't stand being around my girlfriend and her friends when she smokes, meaning all of them. I gave up drinking for her, yet she won't stop smoking. So I'm saying I hate smoking and dilemmas. I'm not sure what he means by dilemmas there, but okay. Jed, I hope you figure it out. I'm sorry I can't be more help. This is the groan zone, not Dear Deirdre. Sorry, but I can't advise you. Don't break up with your girlfriend if that's what you're thinking. Try and work it out. Anyway, if you want to groan in like Jed did, you want to throw us a why or why, or one lucky story, or any other content that you feel you want to add to the show, like your feedback for example, or your ideas, you can throw them into us using 1. The email, thegroanzonepod@gmail.com. You can find us on Facebook groups under the Groan Zone Podcast. You can join the fun on Discord, usually where we record at 8:30 PM Greenwich Mean Time on the Groan Zone. You can find myself, that's Mister E Groaner, on Facebook Messenger, or Admin Nicole under Nicole Amos, also on Facebook Messenger. And lastly, you can put a comment under any episode, we'll review it, and see if your content can be added to a future episode. And now, before we approach the game answers, I must give my thanks to the following. Yes, it's time for the Hero of the Week. Well, at the start of the episode, you heard me mention Thomas and his bed and breakfast, Robin's Guest House from Scarborough. As I stated, he and his small team of staff and their dog are utter legends for making his stay mean so much and being so easygoing and accommodating. His knowledge of the local area was amazing and breakfast menu choice was delicious across the board, even for someone as awkward as I am. You can find Robin's Guest House on Google or by the website https://robinsguesthouse.co.uk. That's ROBYNS guesthouse.co.uk. If you do find and book into the guest house because of this podcast, tell him Mister E Groaner sent you and give him and the team my best. Thomas, remember, no giving my real name away. Hero status achieved, Thomas. Thanks again. And now, we have Admin Nicole back again with Anagram Anxiety. Fabnelia is the anagram this week. That's FABNEALA. Your clue is Christmas in Italy. Of course, it's December. It's a month of Christmas. Again, we're only doing one special this month. I'm not doing 4. Never again. Good luck with getting that anagram, groaners, because I haven't got a clue. Now, for the important game answers for this week and from last week. Starting with What the Hell Am I from last week. Any French groaners would know immediately. The answer is the Arc de Triomphe. The 5-point countdown. I know I made it a bit hard this week, but the answer was a felt tip pen. Yes or BS. The Did We Space Out round. If you went for A, the moon is a round shape when observed from space. That's false. It is actually lemon shaped with flattened poles and bulges on both the near and far side around its equator. It is thought that this happened during interactions with Earth during its formation. B. I know a lot of groaners went for this one when we were playing along live. In space, if your spacesuit ruptured, you would die instantly. False. You'd pass out after 30 seconds and your blood would slowly boil, but for a time, your blood vessels would keep their own pressure. After 1 to 2 minutes with oxygen, you'd most certainly die. Your organs would also suffer damage due to pressure changes, and your eyes would freeze over. So no, you wouldn't die instantly. You'd have about 1 to 2 minutes before you truly did cark it. If you went for C, a solar day on Mercury lasts for equal to 176 Earth days. This is correct, and is due to its strange orbit around the Sun, the animalistic round. A. Dolphins have names for each other. This is true, and is part of their social structure. I didn't know dolphins had names for each other. B. Giraffes need an hour or longer for sleep. This is wrong. They often sleep for 30 minutes during a day or have short naps of a few minutes each. Kinda like me, really. C. Both male and female seahorses can give birth to offspring. This is again false. Only the male can birth the offspring. The female seahorse releases eggs into the male's brood pouch, ready for the hatching process. And finally, the you wanting a car round? A. If you drove straight up in the air at 60 miles an hour, you could reach the sun in less than a month. False. Although you could reach the moon in less than a month. Of course, you need to modify your car, but no car's going to do that in our lifetime, is it? B. The person who invented cruise control was blind. This is 100% true. His name was Ralph Tito, and he was blind from the age of 5. C. Brake lights were invented in 1927. Again, false. They were invented and attached to cars in 1905 as a permanent requirement. Just to remind you, groaners, if you got blanked in round 1, you have no points. If you got a point in round 1, but got blanked in round 2, you've got no points. If you had points in round 1 and 2, but got blanked in round 3, you now have 0 points. Sorry. On the final note for this week, groaners, that is another episode pushed down the gullet of the groan zone. Apologies again for lateness in recording and the editing and publishing of this episode. We hope you enjoyed. Take care. Bye bye. Fix the world ready for the new. The darkness took steps towards the primals. She could hold back the vines for as long as the primals demanded he hand it over to the hour. The answer was the architect.